It's 7:30 p.m. on a Wednesday. You just got home from work, sat on your couch, and decided, I'm going to figure out this whole insurance thing tonight. You open your laptop, search for the best insurance plans, and 3 hours later, you've achieved nothing. All you've got is 15 tabs open, a brain full of jargon, and zero clue what to do next. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Most people want to protect their health, their family, their car, their life, and yet, most people won't get the right insurance plan. Why? Because the world of insurance is fogged. The truth is, if your insurance is fogged, your finances might be too. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be. Welcome to How to Your Insurance Plan, where I'm going to break it all down and show you exactly how to fix it. Part 1. You're overwhelmed. Let's start with the elephant in the room. You're overwhelmed. And why wouldn't you be? There are hundreds of plans, dozens of companies, and every single one of them is trying to convince you they're the best. Here's the problem. Insurance companies know you're confused, and they love it. Because when you're confused, you're more likely to just pick whatever plan looks good enough, or, worse, put it off entirely. But let me ask you something. If you don't understand what you're buying, how can you be sure it's protecting you? Spoiler alert, you can't. So, let's simplify it. What is insurance, really? At its core, it's this. You pay a little money now to avoid losing a lot of money later. That's it. Don't let the fancy language and endless options distract you. Insurance is just a safety net. And here's the first thing you need to do to unfunny your plan. Stop thinking you need to know everything. You don't need to be an insurance expert. You just need to know enough to make a smart decision. Part 2. You're probably paying for the wrong stuff. Let's be honest. Most people are either underinsured or overinsured. If you're underinsured, you're risking financial disaster. If you're overinsured, you're throwing money down the drain every single month. Here's a question. When was the last time you actually read your policy? Like, really read it? If your answer is never, you're not alone. Most people have no idea what their insurance actually covers. And here's why that's dangerous. The stuff you think you're covered for, you might not be. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have health insurance, and you assume it covers everything. Doctor visits, surgeries, prescriptions. Then, one day, you need physical therapy, and bam, you find out it's not covered. Now you're stuck with a $2,000 bill you didn't see coming. So here's step 2. Read your damn policy. Look at the fine print. If it's full of jargon, ask your agent to explain it in plain English. And if you realize you're paying for stuff you don't need, like a luxury car replacement when you drive a 10-year-old Honda, cut it out. Redirect that money to the coverage you actually need. Part 3. You're distracted by the wrong priorities. Here's a hard truth. Most people buy insurance based on what feels important, not what is important. Think about it. You might buy life insurance because it feels like the responsible thing to do, but do you have a health insurance plan that actually covers major emergencies? You might pay extra for full car coverage, but do you have enough liability insurance to protect you in a lawsuit? Let's simplify this. There are 3 types of insurance you absolutely need. Health insurance, because medical bills are the #1 cause of bankruptcy. Liability insurance, because one mistake could cost you your house. Life insurance, if someone else depends on your income, this is non-negotiable. Everything else? It's optional. Nice to have, but not critical. So, step 3, prioritize the essentials. Make sure the big risks are covered first, then worry about the extras. Part 4. The simple fix to saving money. Let's talk about premiums. Because if there's one thing people hate about insurance, it's the cost. And I get it. Nobody wants to spend hundreds of dollars a month on something they might never use. But here's the thing. If you're paying too much for insurance, chances are it's because of one of 2 reasons. Either you've got unnecessary coverage, you haven't shopped around, insurance companies count on you being lazy. They know most people won't bother comparing prices, which is why they can get away with overcharging you. So here's step 4. Shop around. Get quotes from at least 3 different companies. And don't just look at the monthly premium, look at the deductibles, coverage limits, and exclusions. And here's a pro tip. If you bundle your policies, like car and home insurance, you can save big. But only if the bundled price is cheaper than buying them separately. Part 5. Stop procrastinating. Let's address the real reason most people don't have the right insurance: procrastination. You keep telling yourself, I'll deal with it later. And then later turns into next week, next month, next year. Until one day, something bad happens, and you realize too late that you're not protected. Here's the hard truth. You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. So, step 5. Take action today. Pick one policy, just one, and review it. If it's good, great. If not, fix it. Then move on to the next one. Here's the bottom line. Insurance doesn't have to be complicated. At its core, it's just a tool to protect you from life's worst-case scenarios. So if your insurance plan feels right now, don't stress. You can fix it. Start by understanding what you need, cutting out what you don't, and shopping around for the best deal. Because at the end of the day, the only thing worse than overpaying for insurance is not having it when you need it most. So stop overthinking, stop procrastinating, and unfootsie your insurance plan today.